Okay, so just finished A Quiet Place. This one has been trying very hard to keep herself contained.
Yeah, I can't
for the whole
not
time.
talk about movies after I've seen them and wait for like 15 minutes.
I can.
It's very difficult.
I can clam up for a bit, but she's having...
I cannot.
A sentence or two what you thought about it.
I thought it was brilliant, very well cast, very well written. Really, absolutely nothing about this movie that I did not like. I completely agree with the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Very brilliant foray into the thriller/horror genre. Not like a horror film as in like spooky, scary, ghost, paranormal thing, but it's very tense, it's very intense. You've never seen any horror movie?
No, I
Not
only
one?
watch suspense.
Oh my God.
This is suspense. Like, horror to me is like, you know, he's breaking into your house and he's gonna slaughter you in your sleep. Like, you know, that's how we slaughter.
This is slaughtering.
I'm not gonna have any problem, although I do hear something on top of my car and it's a little
rain.
freaky.
Yeah, it's raining at the moment.
So maybe it is in my head
It is a little bit. I was like, okay, that's just... Just lock the doors in case I didn't know. The spooky rain on the car. Spooky rain. Would you see this again?
Not for a while. I feel like what makes this movie so excellent is those elements of surprise. I would basically know where they all were.
This movie will make you appreciate silence. It will make you understand what it is like to have a silent movie theater.
Yeah.
And also bring into sharp relief, as many people have said, the noises of other theater goers. So, initial thoughts, overall, really great,
Phenomenal.
Really enjoyable. Highly recommend seeing it in theaters if you can, because it just makes it that much more intense. Gotta calm down, and she's gotta calm down from the rain.
I think my heart might still be going a little bit, I don't know. I'll have some like...
I know, rain does that to me too.
I'm just like,
the ecosystem is working. Oh!
Listen.
More thoughts later on. Bye! Woo! Okay, now that we've had some time to sit back and analyze how we felt about A Quiet Place, we're just going to give you our comprehensive review, the same 5 categories from the last episode, and we'll rate them 1 through 5.
I'm not going to give anything away about this movie because the beauty of it is going into it knowing nothing. So we're just going to give very general ideas, give you our thoughts generally, and if we think that it is worth going to.
So the first category that we have is originality. I know what number you wrote.
I've never said that before.
Bam.
4. Why did you do a 4?
The tone of this particular movie has been likened to Signs, which tells me that it's not necessarily 100% original. If you like Signs, you'll like this movie, I can almost guarantee it. I tend to look at 5s as being like a perfect score. Like, there is nothing wrong with it. If it's below that, I feel like I need to explain why and bump it down a little bit. It's a really, really well done.
So, as has been said before, I... watch nothing that is scary, so I've never even seen Signs, so I had almost nothing to compare this to. Creepy meter for me is like The Village. Stranger Things isn't really scary. Incredibly original to me. And I have never heard of anything like this with the concept where you have to be quiet, and I thought it was awesome.
No, it's great.
It's good, yeah.
100% agree with that. It's just, I've seen something like it. That's the only thing that don't hate
tone.
me
Yeah,
forever just because I've seen something like it. The next category that we have is presentation. Presentation. You ready? Bam.
Exclamation point stars.
I did sad stars.
How they presented the need to be quiet. Within the first 10 seconds of the film, silent. What did I just get into? Well, I don't know what I've just gotten myself into. Such an eerie feeling come over me. The shots were great. Cinematography was amazing. The costumes, the sets, they were all amazing. For me, gave it a 5.
I also gave it a 5, primarily, again, from a visual standpoint. This was John Krasinski's, I believe, first foray into directing, and man, did he knock it out of the park. There was nothing extraneous. You could hear people getting themselves settled in for the movie in the beginning, but then, like, when you started to realize, like, oh, this is really quiet. Like, they're sitting down, and we have like, those little adjustable chairs. I could hear them doing, like, a... This is better. This is so much better. Basically, it's just, they did a really good job of establishing the world.
You feel like you're there.
So, Next category that we have is...
Story.
It's not even story, it's Tori. Bam. 5 and a 5.
I'm gonna sum it up into this. It is so intense. Riveted.
The number of times she slapped me because
I had
of her,
him
like,
on my left side and my girlfriend Rachel on my right side. I was holding on to her hand the whole movie.
Yeah. There was one point, I can't even remember what the specific like scene was, punched my shoulder like just straight on, like just like BAM! Like, whoa, I'm so scared. It took me out of the movie for a second. Like, normally I'm the chatty Cathy. I was the quietest one of the bunch.
You were. I texted you and I was like, no talking. And the whole movie, I'm like, this is so quiet. I can't handle this. What's gonna happen? I need to plug my ears. Rachel, hand.
I really couldn't tell where it was gonna go, and that was a key element to me. They might do this, but then they also might do this. Now I want to know what actually happens.
Right.
While this was a horror film, it was not centric around the horror element. From all the previews and everything, there's something that's leading everybody to be quiet. This movie focuses very much on the family. You started to watch and evolve with the family as they did on screen, and I thought that was really compelling. You kind of need to have your marker in order, if you want to throw.
I'm getting there.
If you want to throw my scent off of whatever score you gave this.
1, 2, 3.
Woo! Oh, it's a, yep, she wrote around
It's
it.
a highlighted 5.
A 5 and a 5.
For a scary movie, I was expecting what you said before, the horror element to be the biggest part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual family was the biggest part of the movie, and their interactions with each other. There were just layers, in my opinion, in all of the characters. The kids were amazing.
Yeah. Like, I usually think kid actors suck, feel very wooden, and I understand that. It's like they're still developing. Like, I get it. Felt very organic.
Mm-hmm. It felt like a real family.
This was really centric around their development as a family.
So, unbelievably believable. It was beautiful.
Yeah, really, really well done. We got the last one, which is Appeal. Oh, 4.
I gave it a 4.
And I gave it a 5. Number 1, it convinced you to actually go see a horror film. If it can convince somebody that does not like horror films to go see it, that this whole movie is like, you have to be quiet.
Right.
You have to be silent.
I don't think that this is a movie that just anybody can watch. Only reason why I put it as a 4 is because if somebody just genuinely doesn't like horror or was like, I don't know if you really want to watch it.
Both of us loved this movie.
I thought it was
and
great.
So the combined score is a 48 because we
Out
only
of 50?
knocked 2 points off, but out of 50, yes, it's 48 points. That means it is phenomenal. You watch it at home, be prepared to feel a little tense, but definitely watch with some quiet people because it is a quiet film to enjoy.
Yes, this is not a movie to watch with a million loud people.
Yeah,
you
no,
will
definitely
miss
not.
everything.
Definitely not. So in any case, 48 out of 50, fantastic film. Hopefully you
Go
go
see
see
the
it.
movie.
If you like this, give us a like. Hopefully subscribe, and you'll get to see more of
Comments,
these.
tell us what you like.
Yeah, seriously, we love to hear what you
Yes.
guys think. So
Feedback.
give us some feedback. And we're working on the next movie ASAP. We're going to have some other fun little shows popping up here in the near future. Kind of keeping it secret until we actually debut these things.
under wrap.
But we have some fun stuff in store. So you just stay tuned, all right? So, A Quiet Place, go check it out. And we will see you guys
See you next time.
in the next video.
Bye.
Bye.